Live coverage this morning. Live coverage. Let's try. Double best where we stopped. What was going on? Okay. So okay. I'm getting there. So the software is actually is giving me problems. Yeah, and I want to get rid of it. I don't know, but I'll try to. Let me just give you this. I'm all alone doing this blog. Fortunate enough, I have a chance to talk to one, two, three people. And once I'm done talking to one, two, three, four people, definitely I'll feel relieved and rest will be affecting me. Today being a good Friday, my streets are empty. Nobody is there. People are indoors with their families. Others have gone to church. Others, we don't know what to do. But I do believe you'll appreciate me this morning. I want to come here as my place where I always do my stuff because I get more clear pictures and everything works for me effectively when I stand here and I want to talk about something. And I do believe you'll watch and you will give me a chance because we are going to have a community chat. And mind your ones and mind your integrity. I don't want to hear people sending abusive words that are not going to match with the community guideline. We will not allow that. So today, uh, my fellow Christian brothers, it's a big day for us, and I won't hide. I'm a Christian, and Jesus loves me, and I love him too, and he's a son of God, and he died on the cross for the sake of me and you. And today is the day that we have to remember his death. And thereafter, we go to festive celebrations, remembering the death of Christ. Today, he died for our sins. And I will not hesitate to say that boldly here on the camera because that's the way it is. That is a fact. That's the reason why we are living. Now, going back to yesterday, I had some conversation with somebody. And that guy, actually, what he was telling me astonished me because I was not expecting what he was saying to be the reality. I will try to do my investigation, and if I find out that what he was trying to say is the reality, then I know then we have a long way to go. This guy is basically based in Europe, and he's a good friend of mine, and we have been chatting now and then, talking about different topics, and we happened to have a conversation in regards to how things are done in Europe, the Eastern Europe part of it. And to my astonish, it came to light that there are no content creators who makes authentic content that is loved by people, particularly in Eastern Europe. This is about Norway, Denmark, and I think Sweden. The content the people, the Danish people and Swedish people make is for children. That was his argument. Children are the ones who are watching that content, not the white people, not the elderly. So mostly you eventually end up making reaction videos. And reaction videos, hey, you can just get somebody's video and just create a reaction video. And then that is it. That's what actually he was talking about. And I was like, okay. So, hey, my shirt. What is going on with my shirt? I'm trying to balance it. I don't want to see it protruding from. And my argument was, so in in Scandinavian country, people don't like watching each other's content. People don't like, you know, the content is goofy and crappy. That's what he was putting it. And he was saying it's very hard for somebody there to make content, and that content becomes viral. Hey, dogs here. Don't know what these dogs want here. Every single day I'm here. Hey, there's a very little one there that is making a lot of noise. So this guy actually, he was putting me through a test that if I can happen to come to Europe, where he is, I can create attention because everybody wants to go viral. My question was, why everybody want to go viral there? It's like you want to tell me the content people makes there doesn't make sense, or it makes people feel like we are not there. Wow, that hit me so bad and so hard because in America or in Africa or in other parts of the world, people appreciate their own content. Unlike now, what he told me, women are there. It's like they look all the same. Who buried this idea of self-respect, self-uplifting? Because the way he was putting that conversation, it's like people don't appreciate themselves. And I had to intervene and ask tough questions to him. And reason why I asked him so, those kind of questions is simple because I wanted an answer. I wanted an answer. I wanted an answer, and the kind of the answer I wanted was a critical answer. And he couldn't actually even give me that critical answer I was looking for. So I felt like uh, something is not right there, and we need to discuss it. We need to talk about it. We need to come together as community today this morning. That is my argument because I realized we have a weakness: how to organize things, how to run things, how to put things together. Because there's no way the center of Europe doesn't have steady content creators. That applies to me. That applies to me. Meaning, Europeans, they're not watching their own content because the people who are, they can't watch each other's content. They like watching reaction videos, for the children. This content people are making, particularly, I think in Africa, mostly, of tearing each other, talking rubbish, talking whatever you're talking, embarrassing each other. Those contents cannot be created in Europe because in Europe, you talk against somebody, you victimize somebody. That's a media internet governance policy there. I can sue you, and the system works very well there. So you got to pay me, or you go to jail. That's the way it is. You cannot talk about me and win in Europe. Look at that white man running there. He's joking. You will not talk about me in Europe, and then you will not go to jail. Victimization of the character assassination. So people there, crisis content or content that creates crisis, it's not appreciated there. And I think maybe that's why adults, they are somehow reluctant to watch or to create that kind of content there. Maybe that is it. I'm not sure, but I suspect that might be the main reason why. You cannot watch my content, and I cannot watch your content, because I think I'm too smart, or I know, or I don't see the need of creating that content. That reasoning might be somewhere there, according to where I analyzed what I was discussing with him. It is called here. That's why I put this Benny. Let me put it. It's more presentable that way. I was so fascinated to learn that I can be there. I'm a content creator. You are a content creator, but we cannot come together. We cannot resonate and offer something to society because of our indifferences or because of my beliefs or thinking that I'm too smart. You know, that guy shocked me. So, who is filling this gap in Europe for content creation? Who is coming in and giving people what they are looking for without being given strikes or without being given stopovers, stop orders? You cannot do this, you cannot do that. Who is filling in there? Who's coming in there? Because that gap must be filled by somebody. It's creativity. So they are opting to look for African continent for content creation. I definitely believe that is exactly what is happening. Because even me, when I look at my analytics, Europe, unless UK, unless UK, these are the places it's very difficult to find someone. Very, very difficult to find someone watching your content. Unless UK. It's not that we don't have people. Like now, for instance, I've never had analytics details from countries like Norway, Denmark, countries like Sweden, Finland. It's very rare. It's very rare. I know they have their own languages, but English is the most outspoken language everywhere. So I expect people there to be doing much better in terms of content creation because Europe is wealthy. People are wealthy. Europeans content creators, they are very wealthy because internet coverage is almost 99% whole of Europe. They have access to internet, unlike in the continent, whereby coverage is only in the cities. In the rurals, you're on your own. You're on your own. So you can imagine what this guy was trying to talk about. You can imagine what this guy was trying to talk about. Because I was trying to figure out, we look at Europe in another way. Because Europe looked like it was more integrated, but it seems like there's an element of individualism, solitary confinement, whereby you are not social with people physically. So life is online. So even on online, people are not social. So you don't want to watch my content because I'm in Europe. Hey, can we guys go there and set camp there and make it look like we have raided them? Huh? Can we? Can we run there and teach these people how to do the content? Because it's like these people are still running how to do content or what? But I have the camera made in Germany. I have cables for data made in UK. So what does this one try to tell you? Hmm? Why is this taking us? Because it seems like this is taking us somewhere. And why it's taking us, we need to know exactly where. I will try to figure out. I'll try to call my guy because he gave me even his own email address and told me, you can use this email address, you'll get me, and then I'll take it from there. Because I couldn't believe what he was talking about. I was, not understanding. Surely can this be? Things can be this hard in Europe and people are not talking about it? And everybody is looking upon Europe in terms of, you know, incentives, in terms of having high CPM. Because European nations, if they give you views in Europe, you'll have a very high CPM returns, because those countries are rated high, particularly country like Ireland, UK. If you get a high CPM from those countries and Scandinavian, your system definitely will algorithm will make you go higher. Anyway, guys, this was my argument, and I was shocked. I was not expecting that. What this guy told me, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. I want to do a 1.5 hours video here, trying to talk about different things, experiences, some issues we go through. We don't know why we go through them. And be on a Good Friday. Remember, Jesus Christ died on the cross for the sake of you and me. So he died for the sake of you and me. All our sins are redeemed. So we became new creatures. We became new creation. And we have to peg our hope there for the sake of a life after death, because he died for us and he died for our sins. So we have to know that. I will keep on putting these at intervals on my video, because today is a Good Friday, is the day of the death of Christ. And this day, for all Christians worldwide, they know what it means to them. So, I look like I'm also living in Europe, whereby nobody is there for me. Nobody is there to watch this content with me. Nobody is there to help me understand what I'm supposed to do, when and how. Because now, if you do a high profile content like this one, and then all of a sudden you don't have the views, or you don't have people who are watching with you now, I wonder, how do I set my system? Because it's like, now you go live, nobody is there, you are kicking, you're trying, but many people goes live with their phone. Me, I don't prefer to go live with the phone, and I have noticed that when you go live with the phone, uh, people tend to go live with you. You will have many people coming for watching and doing all that kind of stuff. But when you go live on your laptop, when you go live on your desktop, people, you can do a live stream and nobody is there. It's only you who is there doing your things. I don't know what is going on, but I do believe with the time things gonna work. With the time things gonna work. We don't have super thanks. We are not yet monetized. We are not yet, so we have to try our best to push something every time now and then. What you see quite interesting, push it. Maybe the system will pick you and put you where you're supposed to be. Because I know one day, all these things I'm doing here on the street, streaming alone, being in winter on the street, there's nobody around me. I'm all alone. And when I look around, I have not even seen anybody coming here. So, what does this one tells me? It tells me I'm doing the right thing and nobody is interested. But in the future, I know these videos, people will watch them, people will listen, people will move around, people will have conversation about what I'm doing. And I'm very sure I'll become one of the most wealthiest person in terms of content creation in the near future. You have to prophesy good things to yourself, because if you don't, then who else will do? You are waiting for the people outside there to come and tell you that you're doing the right thing. Never. They'll never. They'll always be watching you, but they'll never tell you what you're doing. Hmm? So what I need to do, let me see if this guy's gonna get some messages or stuff like that. I don't know. Hey, these dogs, the way they are barking behind me, they are putting me into question. and I don't know what to do. Some of these lives we are doing them to create watch hours, and the system knows we are trying all our level best. So back to this topic of Europe. Uh, since this guy told me Europe, people are stuck with lack of empathy. People are stuck with uh, lack of appreciating others. There's a very small dog here. The big dog is not making noise, the pit bull, but the tiny one, the smallest one, it can't give me peace. You see it. You see the small one. Where she's going? She's the one who is making this loudest noise. The bigger one is not making noise, but the smallest one actually is pathetic. This is the life I was telling you about. You have four cars there. You see those cars? One, two, three, four. You have four dogs, and you have the king size compound. Everything about you is king size and quality. Then how many people are living there? It's only two elderly people. What kind of life is this, surely? You see, even where the tunnel is passing, that tunnel, it cannot overflood because the water they control it from the source. That's why they have the floodgates. They measure the water level that's gonna flow. So it will never at any one given time flood here. So this white man is properly protected because it is just passing through the bridge. This bridge is the one he uses to get into his house. Hey, people are living good life. Then you have green trees, vegetation is, and then where I'm standing this side, he's cutting the glass and making it to look nice. Can you afford this life? Sure. I'm worried about four dogs. You feed four dogs every day. The compound is clean, so there must be someone who's collecting the poop when the dog messes around. Then fueling for cars, maintenance, insurance. Wow, you got to be having money. Definitely that it is. Then you're alone or nobody. This life people are living is crazy life sometimes. I look at it and then I wonder what next. I'm looking for this Nelly. Where are you, Nelly? Where is mindset? Where is success? I want to see these guys coming on board. Where is George? Where is Geoffrey? Where is Carol? There's so many guys. James, where are you? Oh, guys. Where is Charles Bracing? Where is Jay-Z? MC Jay-Z? You know, I need all these guys to come on board so we can actually discuss one, two, three things that will make things work. And today, I'm just having an opportunity to be with my community. We talk, we discuss, we have opulence of, you know, expectations. Because if this community is not going to come for my rescue, where am I expecting to come my way? Because many people are not there. They're not there. I know they're not there. They are not there for me. They're not there. Hmm? They're not there. And there's nothing I can do about for them not being there. I have to be there consistently so that I can achieve my, mandate. By the end of the day, I have to say ABCD is what really came to me. So I expect more. Come on, guys. Where are you? Oh, all of you, I don't see you here, guys. Huh? What's going on? You guys, where are you? I don't see you coming on board. And the way we have great topic today. Where's mindset? Mindset, this topic, it's affecting people in Europe. And that is why I want to talk about it because I know very few people understand the concept of how strict rules for internet and social media are in Europe. Very few people understand that. It's very, very strict in Europe. And according to what you told me, guys, online, uh, that people in Europe, they hate to be victimized. They hate to be criticized. They hate. They can sue you. It's not America. Europe is not America. Europe media freedom is is there, but you have to be cautious. You will not just go on media and then you start cutting those screenshots. They are clips, and then you start criticizing somebody there. Somebody who ask you for evidence will proceed to the prosecution. It's hard, man. I know what I'm saying. You see, Protection Act of Information and Media, is active in Europe, and it is effective. So if you think you go and create videos there and do what you want to do there, to mess around with the people's lives there, trying to victimize them, those celebrities, you want just to. Europe is something else, man. Europe, you have issues, and the best thing. It's making a lot of noise, and the dogs as well. They're making noise here, so I'm not comfortable. But I will try as much as possible to minimize the noise of these dogs. I'll try as much as possible to work on better quality. So in Europe, we need to proceed there and do reaction videos. We need to go there and do content, because that state of being unsocial is worrying. According to the information I have, you can't be an adult. They are watching cartoon. You don't want to watch what your friends are doing. I wanted to check whether I can have Denmark and other countries. Let me see. I'll open another. Let me see. No, 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 not this one. Not this one. Let me try. Open another one here. I want to see if I can. I want to see European content creators. Who are they? Uh, I want to see European content creators. Europeans con content creators. Yes, I want to see how many are they. They talk more of how to become a content creator. There's one I see here. Let me see another one. Culture Crash. My struggle as a Nigerian. Watch for video on Facebook page. Okay, most of them they are from West Africa. Most of the prominent ones. International UGC. Yeah, they're there, but their channels are not that big. They're there. Okay, the European content creators are there, but their channels are not that big. But they have high quality, high resolution videos. The content package is is sequenced in a way you follow what they're talking about in a sequence way. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. The problem is that content must be watched by people who are away, not in Europe. That I think is the main difference. Otherwise, everything else I think is fine. They are trying to do their best. Now, maybe if I get an invitation, I'll proceed to Europe. I will go to Copenhagen, Oslo. Maybe if I get Scandinavian visa and try to do my content there at somebody's courtesy. Thereafter, I will see the reaction, how it's going to be. But the kind of the content I would like to do in Scandinavian, it's all about deep sea fishing. Deep sea fishing there, it's quite credible kind of content. And then I would like to do this other content for Maybe which other contents? Maybe the dogs with pulling the sledges hammers. The sledges when they are skating. The dogs. I would like to do that there in Europe. And what else would I like to do in Europe? Town walk can be good. Yeah, maybe I go to a small place, I eat burger or whatever case I eat. Then thereafter, I'll be grateful. From there, maybe I can. In Europe, people are not very social, but I can try to squeeze myself into somebody's life and see if I can manage to have a grips of why content creators there they are struggling to grow, because other places is quite diverse and it's moving. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving. Seriously speaking, it's moving. There, it's totally different. So why is it that in Europe you are getting yourself uh, in a bigger crisis? Like it's not working. Why? Why? That's the question I would like to ask. You see the big car entering there. Oh, this guy, you got a visitor today. I've never seen a visitor come in there. Today, the first day I saw a visitor. I've never seen a visitor come in there. So I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to see a visitor come in there, entering the yard and parking the car. I'd like to see where he's going to park his car. He's taking it to that side. You see the dogs are following the car. You see the way those dogs are escorting the car. This kind of life. I wonder why do we live this life, surely. The gate was opened. I think he has a remote because this guy doesn't stay here. I've never seen this car for the last years I've stayed this side here. I've never seen this car. Now this guy, he's coming out of the Isuzu 4x4, and it's a couple. You can look there behind you, you can see the dogs are just going round the car. You see what's going on there? Huh? That lady in red. The dogs are sniffing them, moving around them. You see what's going on? And the man is coming out of the car now. They're going to the house. So you see now, nobody is there to welcome them. Oh, the old man came out of the house walking. Oh, and his wife as well. They came out. So you see, this is quite interesting. They have a cooler box full of beers. I think they came to visit. So you can see how welcoming this is. The rich man. The first time I saw the rich man out of his bunker today, I've never seen that guy. I have never seen that guy. For all that time I have been staying here, I've never seen that guy. I've never seen that guy for all that time I've been here. But one great advantage is he cannot come out here to tell me that I stopped doing podcast in front of his house, because the law here is very strict. As long as I'm not offending you, I am on the other side of the public entity, which is a road infrastructure. You don't have any right to come and abuse me. You don't have any right to come and tell me I should stop doing AVDCD I'm doing, because you need court order and you don't have it. You get what I'm saying? So the couple is having the first visit today. I've never seen them. I've never seen them. But today I've seen them. They have a visitor. That's quite interesting. I like the sound of the birds. So I'm expecting like 15 people to be here, you know, grooving with me this morning groove, discussing this contentious topic. But I do believe people will go through it, listen, understand, and try to make sense out of what I was talking about or what was it all about. And I'm grateful to have this opportunity, because it's not with many people. Very few people can give you this opportunity. Very few people can prove to you that they are able to consistently follow what you're saying. And what causes all this problem is people lose interest. That's all. You can be good commentator, presenter, whatever the case you are, but as long as you don't know how to go about the topic, many will just abandon the topic and just disappear and leave you, talking to yourself. The end. That is it. Like now, I only have one view, and you can see the kind of the content I'm trying to create here, the types of the things I'm trying to put together, the way I'm talking, the issues at hand, the reason why we need to raid Europe and do content there, because also people in the continent want African kind of content, because they before they travel, they have to go to a YouTube and see who is there, what is he talking about, which part of the country is he at. So if I want to make my decision, I would like to know what am I going to watch there, what is my interest there, and that is it. That's the way it is. So we have to keep on talking about different things. Since I stood here, for all the times I've been studying here, today is the first time I have seen a visitor come into this home. That 4x4 vehicle, Isuzu KB, you see there. Today is the first time. Today is the first time. I've never seen it here. I've never seen it here. So, uh, we can keep on doing what we do best, to keep on engaging and talking. But very few people will understand what we are talking about because they lack knowledge. You don't have that knowledge, and you're not willing to learn from the people who have it, who knows what they're supposed to do and how things should be done. We confront issues, we raise topics, we discuss these topics, we outreach each other so that things can be in order. Now you're just having that set. You can see now the bunch of the people there. They are now shifting, coming from the other side. They're getting to the main house now as a battalion. These people, they just make a fence, and then they cover themselves there inside. Then it's none of their business. You understand? It's a very big battalion of people. You can see them, those whites. How many are they? There are very many. They're now going to the house now. They're entering the house. Maybe they want to have breakfast together. They came to greet each other. It's a whole family battalion. Money is good. Money is good. If you look at the last one, you see the dogs now. You see the dogs. They're behind. You can see the dogs. Money is good. Money is good. If you have it, money is good. If you own it, it is power. Even the Bible says, he who has money, money is a defense. If you don't have money, you don't have defense. A poor man doesn't have a friend until he gets money. And that's the way it is. We will not say no. The rich socializes with the rich. The poor are soulful with the fellows. Now, all these podcasts I have done here, they talk about so many things, different, you know, and I'll not say no. And I'll never stop. I'll always do it. And that until that time comes, you know, you get what I'm saying? Okay. Uh, I'm trying to look around and see how many neighbors I have. From this side, I have like this side, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, five, six neighbors from this side. This side, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 neighbors. So all of them, they're about 20 neighbors. But I have never, I have, some of them, I don't know them. Like this one opposite here, this greenhouse, opposite my house. I don't know her. She's an old lady. I don't know her. I've never seen her. I only see her car. I only see visitors. I think she has visitors who comes to visit her and go. I think she stays there. She's a pensioner with her husband. But I've never seen them. That's why Africa is blessed. You know, 10 neighbors this side, 5 neighbors this side. You know each other. You visit each other. You drink cup of coffee together. You celebrate festive seasons together. Your children, they are interacting. They are talking to each other. They have fun. They have, that capacity of being together. Here is a problem. Here, if you're sick, even your neighbor will not know you're sick because you have these apps on the phone. You have insurance, whatever. And before you reach there for calling ambulance, you have your car. It has petrol. You just run to the hospital for checkup. If you have problem with security, you have an electronic system assigned to a certain security company. You just press the button, or the alarm triggers on itself. They respond. You ask them. You tell them what it is. You tell them what it is. I wonder here whether I can get somebody to give me food if I don't have food to eat. Can I pretend to be hungry one day and walk on the street and see if the people give me food? I want to try and see who can give me food here because I don't know these neighbors. If you need a car, maybe your car is not okay. Can they take you to where you want to be? That's why I'm saying in Africa, things are better. You know your neighbors, you know each other, you interact. You are not into empty streets like these ones here. You can see there's nobody. There's nobody. I'm alone. It's raining, and then I don't want my laptop to get water because it's my tool for work and I respect it so much. So what I would do, I would go back to the house. Hey, it's raining. I don't want my laptop to get water. Water is the greatest enemy of electronic gadgets. So I want to make sure I take care of it because I don't want to wide up this topic until 1 hour is over. I'm not yet there. I will get there soon. Let me see. Yeah, because rain will destroy everything there. And I'm not there for such. So let me see. Where do I go now? My hours are shooting up. Yo. Hours are shooting, bro. I'm standing at 1,272. So last night I managed to get 19 hours. Oh, that's great. Let me try to go live here again on my. I want to see if it can go live. Hi, 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 hi. It can go live. Hi, hi. What's up? What's up? We're gonna try our level best to make fellas. Good day, fellas. So it's not easy to build this time. It's not easy, my people. It will take time before you build what you want to build. But if you work hard, you will get there. I've spoken about so many things concerning Europe, and Europe is becoming a nightmare for content creators. Not because that people are not aware of what is going on there. We are aware, and we need to pull up our socks so that we can actually benefit more from that. You need to pull up your socks. Pull up your socks. Pulling up the socks will bring you better terms of everything you want. There's so many things that we need to put into place so that we can benefit from what we think is right. Everybody's hustling, everybody's trying his level best, everybody's trying to, bring down the cost of doing business, everybody's trying to bring down the cost of living. So the only way you can bring down that is working hard, man. You work hard. You work hard, things will change for you. If you don't work hard, things will put you in a very big problem. So let's try to be there all the time in order for things to work for us. We will not lose just like that. No, we have to make it better. We can make it better, much better, much better. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, because I'm a fighter. I'm somebody who like getting out of something with respect, you know, credibility, do it right and do it with the right people. That's all. If you can do it right, you do it with the right people, then we are there. We're gonna go there. We will achieve there. Things will work for us. Things will work for us. We can stay here like what I'm doing, talking about internet, talking about why in Europe people are struggling to build content because European they don't like watch each other's content. Why Africa is taking over North America and Asia. Europeans they don't watch each other's content. They don't. And I was talking to somebody from Europe, and he told me, here we only watch kids content because we adults We don't appreciate each other's content. I was like, how can we go about it on the media? I asked him deeply, why do you think this is so? Because people are goofy. Goofy? That struck me. That struck me. What he said, struck me. I didn't believe what he was talking about because that's not what I was expecting. How are we going to build a society that is appreciating each other? Remember, today is a Good Friday. Me, I've done live streams there outside. I couldn't see somebody walking or driving. People are into themselves. I was asking myself, on my left side, I have 6 neighbors. On the other side, I have 10 neighbors. All of them, I have not seen none, even for the whole of this month. Those people, you only greet them in the cars when they're driving. If they get sick, they have ambulance policy, insurance policies, healthy policies. In case of security matters, they have guns in their houses, they have alarm systems, they have security companies patrolling. What's happening to the society, sure? I wanted to pretend like one day I'm broke, I don't have food to eat, and try to see if my neighbors can help me. I want to try. I want to try. If they can help me. If not, I have to go back to Africa, where 10 neighbors around you. You know each other. Your children praise together. Sometimes all the events you invite people around you because you are the community. But in Europe and America, that thing is not there. Have you ever seen somebody being buried by 2 people? Go to Europe, you'll see it. Or being buried by insurance company because it doesn't have anybody. And you call it civilization. Civilization. And you're very happy about it. Jaswind, how are you? How are you, bro? I'm doing great, and you, sir? How is Punjab? Is it Mumbai or Punjab? How are you doing, bro? Are you doing great? I've been watching your content. I've been watching some of the stories, although sometimes I can't understand the language, but I watch. You know, I'm very sure a young Warlock 17 said, hi, how are you, sir? I'm grateful. I just want somebody to tell me what's going on with the social life because it's like we are not there anymore. I'm doing great, Jaswinder. We got a big problem, and this problem we have to solve it or we let it go. It is what it is. It is what it is. In India, people are interacting, they socialize, but in Europe, the society is dead. People are not talking to each other. People are not having fun anymore. People are into themselves so much. And now that thing is worrying me and is making me wonder what is the future? Why are we in that state and how can we get out of that state? Somebody might need to come up with how we're going to go about it. I need to see the live chats here of these guys here. I want to know how many people are there watching, listening to me.